Hello, 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 and happy Tuesday. Welcome to another edition of Pam Dorsey Enterprises, where we are here as your women's empowerment company to equip you to affirm yourself daily, to remind you to affirm yourself daily, to remind you to speak in the direction that you want to go. Speak in the direction that you want to grow. Why? Because you can literally speak your life into existence. Pam Dorsey Enterprises is here also to remind you to enjoy every single piece of your self-love journey, because it is what you were created to do. You were created in love, so it all starts with you. Self-love is the best love, and it is not selfish. Also, Pam Dorsey Enterprises, again, a women's empowerment company, here to help you, equip you to walk authentically, boldly, and confidently into the next best version of you, because she awaits. She is waiting on you. The world is waiting on you to show up. Yes, honey. So again, welcome to the Tuesday edition of Girl, You Better Affirm Yourself. All right. Today's affirmation, a good one, y'all. I found my voice, and I will never lose it again. I found my voice, and I will use it. I am using it to tell my story. Nobody can tell it like you can tell it. It's yours. You went through those circumstances. You went through those experiences in those situations. No one can tell your story like you can tell it. I lost my voice, y'all. I'll be the first to admit it. Be the first to tell it. Listen, I lost it. I lost me. Pieces of me were scattered all over the place. But the beautiful self-love journey that I am allowing God to take me on, I'm putting my pieces back together, right? I think it was Sunday in one of my posts or my email blasts, I talked about being beautifully broken, right? Who would think those two words would go together? But yeah, you're beautiful, and there are pieces of you that are broken. But listen, the beautiful part of that, and what makes it beautifully broken, what makes you beautifully broken, is the fact that we allow God to come in and mend those pieces back together perfectly, like only He can. And in the mending, He's making you better. In the mending, He's putting you through situations that are allowing you to grow and to become the next best version of you. In the brokenness, as He's mending and putting you back together again, the next best version of you is going to arise. That is why I say beautifully broken. Not just broken, right? But beautifully broken, because He can do a lot with those broken pieces if we allow Him to. My broken pieces is what is allowing me to be recording this video, and for your eyes to be watching and your ears to be listening to what I'm saying. My broken pieces that I allow God to put back together again is what allows me to be here speaking to you right now, allowing Him to take me through this beautiful transformational self-love journey is what has allowed me to get to this place where I am happy that I lost my voice, even more happier that I found my voice, because it allows me to share my story. I lost it, y'all. I lost my voice. But now that I found it, listen, I promise I'll never lose it again. I promise God's going to get His glory through my story, because I found my voice, and I'm going to use my voice to share my Pamtastic story. I'm going to sprinkle all this Pamtastic sparkle on everyone who's supposed to get it, right? I lost my voice. But the affirmation today, I found my voice, and I will never lose it again. I found my voice, and I'm going to use it to share my story, to tell my story. Somebody needs to hear it, right? Somebody needs to hear your story too. Somebody needs to know that you went through it and you survived it. You went through it. You got some bruises and some scratches and some knocks upside the head. But you survived it, right? You came out on the other side. That is encouragement, inspiration, motivation for the next woman that may be in that very spot right now. There's some women out here in this world that don't know how to love themselves. God is going to allow me to get in their face and share my story of how, listen, I did not know what loving me meant. But listen, today, you can't tell this little chocolate chick that she don't love every single bit and piece of her. You can't tell me that, because I have allowed God to take me through the process, this beautiful transformational self-love journey. So worth it, right? Nobody can tell your story like you can tell it. Today's affirmation: I found my voice and I will never lose it again. I found my voice and I am going to use it to tell my story. Listen, I'm in this amazing program, In Pursuit of Me, all about identity, because your identity shapes and forms who you are. Your identity shows up everywhere that you show up, right? In the words of Miss Stephanie Kirkland, you have many, many roles and responsibilities, right? But that's not you. Those are just pieces of you. I get to dictate how I show up in my roles and my responsibilities. That's the importance of identity and knowing who I am, right? And listen, last night's call, we did an amazing exercise. Well, not really exercise. We've been going through the process of truths, learning your truths, knowing your truths. What is the solidity that you stand on when it relates to you and you, right? All about you. What are your truths? And truths are, what did she say? Where did I put it? It's what I believe on. It's my perspective. It's my identity. That's what it means when you're standing in your truth. And I am going to share one of mine because it totally relates to today's affirmation. Listen, I will not silence myself in tough conversations, situations, circumstances. I will use my voice to create change because my voice matters. That is one of my truths, meaning that any situation or circumstance that comes up that's going to bump up against my truth, I have to be able to stand strong on it. And I'm able to stand strong on this. I will not silence myself. My voice matters in tough conversations, situations, circumstances. When they show up, this truth is what I have to stand on. I will use my voice to create change. I'm not going to silence. I'm not going to shrink away. I'm not going to become invisible. I'm not going to shut down. I'm not going to do any of that. Because why? I have discovered, I'm still discovering, still learning that my voice matters, right? And I'm going to use it in every situation necessary, not shrinking down, not backing down because it's tough. And listen, that used to be me, y'all. Confrontation, no ma'am, I'm running in the opposite direction. I'm not doing none of that. Hated confrontation. I don't like it now, but I understand that I have to deal with it. Situations and circumstances will come up and I have to deal with it. I can't run away. I can't be the little shy chocolate chick that used to hide in the corner, right? God said, no ma'am, that's not you. That's not who I created you to be. So all of that to say this, all of that ties into today's Gurl Affirm Yourself affirmation. I found my voice and I will never lose it again. I found my voice and I will use it. I am using it to tell and share my story because nobody can tell it like I can, right? It's mine. My situations, my circumstances, nobody can tell it like I can tell it. Yes, honey, that is today's Gurl Affirm Yourself affirmation. Listen, if you don't know, Gurl Affirm Yourself is now a book. All right. And I want to get this transformational journey, this 21-day powerful transformational journey into the hands of as many as possible. I shipped some of these beauties off to Texas this morning, y'all. Yes. Yes, honey. God, get your glory through my story. All right. So listen, click the link in the bio, grab your copy. Listen, y'all, I really, truly, honestly do a happy dance every time I sit down to sign, autograph these and ship them off. I promise you, not only are they cute and pretty, but they're powerful. 21 days. 21-day transformational journey. There's also some journaling pages. There's some inspirational, some self-work worksheets all throughout. Grab your copy. I would love to get an autographed copy in your hand. Yes, honey. Until next time, y'all. Purple kisses.